Today on Fight Insight Podcast, we will have two amazing guests, starting with Arturo, Makako Vergara, and the Spaniard, Tommy Aaron. Sit back, relax, and happy Thanksgiving. Tim, hit it! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fight Insight Podcast.
Raine, this man, I didn't even write an intro for because you know why? I met this guy through an interview on millions.co where you can see Raine and I doing interviews. Mm-hmm. This guy was very cool, man. And I'm like, I got to get this guy on my show because I want more time to talk to him. And I think something has happened since I last talked to him. This guy is a karate combat fighter. And if anybody knows Timmy B, I love me some karate combat. It is an amazing organization. And this man has burst onto the scene in 2024 in karate combat. 4 fights, 4 victories. This guy is headed for a title. He's headed to be fighter of the year, Raine, because I think something's going to happen very soon. Raine, bring this man in.
Please welcome Arturo Makako Vergara.
Hey guys.
Hi.
What's going on?
Here again.
It is at Makako Flow on Instagram at MAKAKOFLOW. Go check this man out. Wait a second. On Instagram, you have 2 W's.
Yeah, 2 W's.
Yeah, 2 W's.
Let's because the other one wasn't like up my level, so I gotta pick that one with double. But it's okay.
Okay, so yeah, Makako Flow with 2 W's. I'll have the link in the show notes as well. But go follow this man, Arturo. 4 fights, 4 victories in karate combat. You're already an MMA fighter, but then you step into the karate combat pit. You have had incredible success, man. First off, before we get to anything, tell people about who is Arturo Vergara.
Hey, well, good night, everybody. Well, good afternoon here. Arturo Makako Vergara, the new face of karate combat. I started this year in January. I signed was my first fight. Was like kind of like the name is Karate Combat Kickback. The first kickback, the idea was like, okay, we're gonna see these guys who get the contract. So I fought there in kickback 1, and I won in the second round TKO. That was my first fight. I get my contract, Karate Combat, and after that, Texas KC 46. That was May, and I won by TKO in the third round. And I was supposed to fight in Tennessee after that, like 2 months later. So, but my partner get injured his knee, and I get another fight, KC 47 with one week notice, and I get another knockout in the first round with KO. And my 4th fight for just now and for decision. And was like good fight too, amazing fight. So 4 fights in less than 1 year and 4-0, and now I'm coming for the belt. We have news, exactly. We have big news. We're coming for the belt, December 5th, right here in Miami, 305, my city. So championship belt for El Gran Makako Flow.
Wow.
Makako is going for the belt. He's going to go to be 5-0, Raine. 5-0 in 1 year in karate combat. He has a chance at getting the title, the Karate Combat Championship. What a year this would be for you, man. Like, if you can achieve that title, and I have no doubt that you will.
I will.
You get that title. I mean, how could you explain your life? Like, how, like...
Oh, shit, it's crazy. You know what is the biggest, like, thought I've been having this week? I say, like, bro, you really can change your life. Let's say 1 year, like, we really focus, but it's hard too, because I've been working for 12 years to get this chance, you know? It's not like, oh, he got lucky. No, but 12 years, but when this year will be amazing. 1 year, you really can change your life if you've been working like like constantly working. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This year is crazy, bro. It's been a crazy year for me.
No, yeah, man.
Really,
Like,
really
no,
good. Really,
crazy,
really good.
crazy, crazy, crazy good things, man. You train out of Goat Shed.
Yeah.
So you're training out of Goat Shed where President Awesome is the man. He also is the president of Karate Combat, right? And a lot of your fighters at the Goat Shed, I will say, are having very good success.
Yeah.
On this podcast, I think I said this to you last time. On this podcast, I always pay attention to the gyms that are doing very well. The gyms that are on hot streaks, where all their, the fighters, they're all winning. And I always pay attention to that. And I'm like, whoa, that gym, they're doing something right. What is it about the Goat Shed that you guys are doing that is creating all these wins?
I think we really, first of all, we're a family. First of all, we're a family, a real family. And I think one special thing is everybody's right there is working hard, like working their ass off. Like, bro, I'm telling you, thank to Asim, thank like President Asim. Everybody know him about his persona, outside or like president or KC or the battle things. But Asim is the GOAT. He's really the GOAT. He been teaching us not just about like technique. He changed our mindset too. He's really important, and I think everybody in the gym like always heard Asim when he give us a speech and stuff like that, because he's a really like a smart guy, and really like, how can I say this, like really humble with his people, to help the people and to help his own athlete. So Goshen, I think it's very different because of that, because we follow him, and we follow like everybody have like the same competitiveness, but in a good way. Like, I'm trying to be better than my partner. Oh, he's champ of the world. Shasev is champ of the world. Fuck, I want to be like him, but I'm not competing against him. It's like just my fuel from my tank. I say, oh, look, just my training partner is achieving all these amazing things. Like Roy, yesterday, champion APFC, and I've been seeing this guy working every single day. I saw Roy like working every day. So I say, fuck, I want to be like him too as well. So I work, and I work hard, and the guy next to me is working hard, and it's like, fuck, it's like a snowball, You get that energy from this guy, from Asim. So I think that is what makes it special to Goshen, because it's a healthy competitiveness. And we are a family. And also the mindset everyone we have.
Yeah. I do want to say, I have the photo right here because I was watching it last night live. Boom!
Hey.
There is Roy Echevarria. He's getting that APFC title belt, of course, from Showtime Pettis. New. And there's President Awesome. He was filming an Instagram story live while they're giving him the belt. So proud of that guy. Arturo, can I tell you, Arturo, I had Roy Echevarria on our podcast like 2 years ago.
Oh, shit.
Like a long time ago when he was just starting out. And I knew him. I thought, this guy is a guy that's going to do well. And I had him on, I think, before the Contender Series. And he did not win that fight.
Yeah.
But you know what? That guy did not let that stop him. Just like his nickname, Unbroken. That guy is unbroken. He continues to persist. And the success he has had after that, so amazing, man. And I love that guy for that.
Yeah, even like Roy was my blog. Like when I came here, when I arrived, I didn't know nobody right here. And a friend of mine know Roy by Instagram. And he talked with Roy, and I want to come to Miami, and he told he write me, he started to follow me, and Roy told me, hey, come here, like I got you, whatever you need. And he didn't know me at all. So Roy always gonna be like my inspiration, like my boy. So super happy for him, for the whole team. We've been working so hard for this. So I think that's why this year has been amazing for not just for me, for all of us, for all of my team, for all my guys. So now I think happy to be part of this, happy to be part of this family, and happy to be having all these good things around me.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The success that you guys have had and what you guys are doing is so great. Raine, what would you like to ask Mr. Arturo Vergara?
I'm very curious about your nickname, Makako.
Makako.
What does that mean?
Makako. Makako is a kind of monkey. So what mean Makako? Makako Flow is not my nickname, by the way. It's how can I say? Makako Flow is like the philosophy could be.
Okay.
Because the flow of the monkey. So I'm saying to you, my life, and not just my life, how I fight, I try to be able to fight with every part of my body. Like, try to be something different, flow with even if you see a monkey, the monkey can't even walk with his tail, feet, hands. So that's what I try to do with the fight. So be able to fight from every position, every angle, every punch, every kick. So, and that's why I think I am the champ. And I want to show why I'm the champ in karate combat, because for me, the fight is everything. It's not just one combination. It's not just boxing. It's not just kickboxing. It's not just, kickboxing and takedowns. No. For me, fight is everything. Everything, If you're able to wrestle against somebody, to stand up, if you are good at striking, kicks, knees, elbows. So, yeah, that's mean Makako Flow. And also flow for me is everything, too, in my life. I try to have flow in my life, too, to be aligned with my goals, with everything, to be trying to be a good person, trying to follow my dreams, trying to being a good father, trying to be a good, a good husband, a good son, So I think all that is flow. So Makako Flow, and flow is big for me.
That's awesome.
That's me.
You should create a hashtag Makako Flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flow life, flow in the
so
fight.
where did you get that from, though? Where did you come up from? Has it been a long time has been your nickname, or when did you start developing this philosophy?
Yeah, well, Makako was, when I used to be kid, they called me chimpanzee when I was a kid, because I was in the trees, or I was in the street, and we are crazy kids. We used to be crazy kids. So after that, my first coach, his nickname was, they call him Makako. But after he switched his name, so they call me Little Makako. So that's why my nickname came from. Okay, and I was Makako. And when I'm right here, is to go shit. One day I asked him, say, bro, you have that Makako style is your style, but it's your flow. So he say, the flow of Makako. Oh, Makako Flow. And that's why I was born Makako Flow. And since that day, I start to realize I'm super spiritual guy, by the way. So so for me, flow mean a lot, how I told you. So from that day, I say, okay, this kind of lifestyle is what I want to represent, what I want to do,
Nice.
Yeah,
dude, I love it. I love it, man. I think it's good, man. It fits you so well. And I don't know that I knew, but you have a wife and a son?
Yeah, so I have a son, and he's in Chile.
Okay.
Okay.
So I couldn't see him for 3 years now, 3 years and a half. So it's been hard to see him again, and yeah, I have a girl here, and she's been with me since 8 years. My son is 11 years old. He's about to turn 12. Now on December 17 is his birthday. My birthday is November 27, and I'm fighting December 5th. So between mine and his.
The stars are aligned, my friend.
Yeah,
First of all, happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Secondly, happy birthday to your son.
Yeah.
How much does your son watch you compete? Does he get nervous for you? Is he proud of you?
Yeah, he always watch my fights too. He love it. He's proud. Always.
Yeah.
Oh, he said, "Oh, Daddy, I knew you were gonna win." And the end of the day, that's what I'm doing. This, that's where I came from Chile so far, and trying to change my life and his life and my whole family life. That's why I'm here, and that's why I came here with just a suitcase and dreams, literally.
It's crazy, man. Well, congratulations to you, man. I do hope that you get to see your son soon, and that, like, hey, you know what would be a great photo is you and your son with that championship belt.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's my dream, bro. This belt means everything.
Yeah.
It's easy like that. Even I don't have words to explain it because it's just that everything.
Right.
All this year, all this sacrifice, all this. Oh, bro. How I told you, don't see my family for 3 years. Just be here with nothing, with zero fucking dollars. It's been like all the sacrifice from my coach, from my training partner, from my mental performance coach, for my nutritionist, for everybody now. It's a teamwork. How the teamwork made the dream work. Same. So this belt is so important, and I'm more than ready. I think it's not a gift. It's because I work for this and I deserve it and I will earn it for sure.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so happy for you, man. I'm so proud of you. Like, every time I watch an Arturo Vergara fight, Raine, it is incredible. Karate Combat is kicking ass. Like, they are doing so well. I do want to ask you, Arturo, there was a bunch of drama going on at, was it Kickback 3? It was Kickback 3, right? When they went to Thailand? I think it was called Kickback 3.
Yeah.
A lot of drama, Raine, and we will talk about this on the podcast. We've talked about Karate Combat and all the drama with ONE FC.
Well, one champion.
Like, which is a bunch of crap, Raine.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly say, they were in Thailand a few weeks ago, and apparently, Shatri and ONE FC was doing everything they could to stop Karate Combat from being able to hold an event. They were calling gyms, and they were doing it. That's what President Awesome is saying, right? And I'm just going to believe him.
Yeah, it is right. It is right. They even they send the police and everything to him because they're jealous and they know they mess up, and bro, of course Asim is my coach, whatever, but I really know how that guy is, and he really cares about the fighters,
Yeah.
More than numbers, he cares about fighters. So, and one is just, bro, one is crazy. Every single athlete I've been talking with, they say like, bro, don't sign with one, don't go into one championship because it's like you are a slave. So what is the point?
Like, what was it? A few weeks ago, when former ONE FC champion Rainer de Ritter, former 2 division champion Rainer de Ritter, he gets on the mic afterwards. This photo is a little bit misleading. He didn't do this in the cage. He did it backstage, but he said, if you're thinking of signing with one championship, don't. It's that simple. You should not. There's nothing there. There's no fights. If you do this, it's a bad mistake. The fighters are coming out and saying stuff. And look, I love ONE FC. I like the product. I like the people. A few weeks ago, we had on Nara. She's the ring announcer there. She's amazing. I've had Mitch Chilson on. I've had several of their fighters, right? They're all good people, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's good people there. But the business practice and stuff like that seems to be a little bit funny. And you want the business to be good because you want fighters to have an opportunity. You want ring announcers to have an opportunity. You want commentators to have an opportunity. You want people, it's important. And competition is good. Other organizations can be there. Competition is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. But here's the thing. Arturo, I've kept you long. I appreciate you so much, man. Like, here's the thing too. People don't understand. You're in your car. You're just coming from training. The light, we can't see you very well. This is a very handsome man.
You guys don't see it now, but let me tell you, look, I just did my haircut, everything today for this interview. Come on.
He's a very good looking guy. He's a cool guy. He fights like a Makako. Right? He's got the Makako flow. This guy is cool, man. This guy's a champion. Arturo, I'm going to ask you one last question before I let you go. It's a question that my mom used to ask me almost every day of my life growing up. My mom would always ask me, I'm going to ask it to you now. Arturo Makako Vergara, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you?
10, 11, 20. I think I'm a person like always I'm trying to look for the good things, even if I'm having a bad day or a bad situation or just a situation. I think I understand how to think like that. For me are just situations, You put the last name, good or bad, whatever, isn't you. But for me, it's just a situation. So if I can't find the solution for that problem, it's okay, So I'm living my dream. I've been sacrificed a lot of things, but in the end of the day, I'm living my dream. I have a beautiful son. I have a beautiful family, I'm fighting. I'm making money. I'm doing interviews. Was my dream to do interviews as well. Was a dream talking English. I didn't know how to talk in English 3 years ago. I learned here just with the people talking each other. I didn't know nothing. So what can I say? I cannot complain, for real. I cannot complain. I love my life. And I wish the same for you, for real. I wish the same from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, to everybody watching and listening, right? Like take the advice of Arturo Vergara, right? Look for the goodness in people. Look for the goodness in life, right? Like look for those positive situations. Dude, you're very inspiring, man. And I love you.
Thank you, bro.
And happy birthday again. Happy birthday to your son. Go get that gold belt. When you get that gold belt, you better come back on this podcast and you better be in good lighting. And I want to see that gold belt.
I got you.
I'm holding you to it.
We have a plan already. We have a plan.
It's done. It's done. Dude, one last thing before I let you go. Yeah. When are you going to be at the Goat Shed next?
When or where?
No, when you're there now? Are you going?
I'm 3 minutes away.
You're going tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to train my last training.
Okay. Are you going to see President Awesome today?
No, he's traveling to here. He's coming because he was with Roy. He's with Roy. Yes. Tomorrow, I think he's coming. I think tomorrow.
Will you see him? Will you see him tomorrow?
Tell him to have a podcast to be in your show. I got you.
Tell him. I have been looking for that son of a gun for a long time, and I need to get him on the show. I want to talk to that dude. I will wake up at 3 a.m. I don't care. I will talk to him whenever he wants. I just want to talk to him.
Yo, made a short video, Instagram, tag me. And I resend it to the group with the guys, and I tell him, hey, this guy wants you in the show, but cut the part where I'm talking about Asim and my team, so I can't send it to him, man.
No. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's do a part right now. You look into the camera and you tell President Awesome to get on this podcast.
Coach, you gotta be in this podcast. You have to.
Can you do it with more enthusiasm, please?
Coach, you gotta be in this fucking podcast because it's the best in the fucking world. So I got you here.
I like that better. That's a better one, man. All right, my friend. All the best to you, man. Go get that gold belt.
Thank you for everything, for real. Thank you.
All right.
And don't miss December 5th. Don't miss it.
Well, of course we will not. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Gracias, Arturo.
De nada. Bye-bye.
Look at that Spanish coming out.
Yeah. That's all I know. That's
all right. All right, Raine. That is the interview with Arturo Makako Vergara. What a great guy. But we got to move on with the show. We got another interview coming right up. But before we do that, I want to say thank you to all our friends of the podcast that have been doing such great things. RageWorks Podcast Network, thank you so much to them. Go check them out at RageWorksNetwork.com for other great audio podcasts such as ours. Raine, when this video comes out, when this episode comes out, tomorrow is Black Friday for you in the States. You guys celebrate Thanksgiving on the wrong day down there in USA. But go check out our t-shirt is on Millions Black Friday. What better to get? You're already going to be spending millions of dollars online. Go buy a t-shirt or 2 or 3 or 4 for all your friends. Next week on the podcast, boom, new MMA fighter just signed to Sucker Punch Entertainment. Her name is Lexi Walton. She's a Welsh boxer, Raine. She signs to Sucker Punch before she's even made her debut. This girl, I'm being told, is the next big thing. So we are going to have her on the podcast next week. It's going to be an incredible time, Raine. And of course, you are at UNF this weekend, and thus our guest, who is making his UNF debut, I understand. He is 13-8 as a professional, but his record is crazy. This guy has fought everywhere. Bellator, LFA, Combate Global, BYB. He's doing the bare knuckle stuff. This dude is crazy. Raine, bring him in.
Please welcome the Spaniard, Tommy Aaron.
What's up, guys?
There he is, Tommy Aaron. Dude, that is not the only time you are going to get the pleasure of hearing Ringside Raine announce you, because it's happening this weekend.
I can't wait.
Dude, it's going to be crazy, man. How are you, my friend?
I'm feeling good, man. Just taking it easy this week. Just, trying to make weight, and that's pretty much about it.
That's it, man. And how are you feeling? Like, you're only this is fight week, so thank you so much for joining us. But you're a seasoned vet, dude, but nerves, mentality, what are you feeling?
No nerves yet. The nerves don't usually kick into about the night before. But man, it's just this will be my 23rd pro MMA fight. I've been fighting for so long. I have countless fights, amateur fights. I've been fighting. I had my first fight when I was 13, so I'm probably close to 100 now fights total. And man, I love it. I definitely don't love the before and the aftermath of the fights, but I love it during. I love the doing it. So I'm excited. I can't wait.
That's crazy, man. On the show, we love to support, obviously, UNF because it's where Ringside Raine is doing her announcing. I commentate up in Canada at Fight League Atlantic, so we try to have those fighters on. But you are making your debut, and already Raine said, this is the guy to have. Let's have this guy on. He's a good guy. So you must have made a good impression when you met Raine the first time.
It's because I tried to give her Filipino snacks.
Yep.
When I met her.
That's always the winner.
Free food.
Yeah. What was the Filipino snack? It was not a hello, was it?
No. Was it? I don't know. It was Raine. It's one of the forget what it's called. You would probably know better than me.
I forgot. It was like a sweet pastry. I forgot exactly what it was. Yeah, but I had to turn it down.
It was green or purple or something.
It was purple for sure. It was like some ube, sweet taro.
Yes,
dessert.
that's what it was. Yeah, taro and ube, little pastry. Yeah, they're so good.
We're going to turn this podcast into a cooking podcast in about 2 seconds. Tommy, the reason why you had a Filipino pastry on with you is because your wife is Filipino?
My wife is, she's Filipino and German. So she's a Hapa. And man, she cooks, she cleans, she takes care of our twins, and it is so much work. I can't even begin to describe it, man. It's a lot of work. Twins is no joke.
Newborn baby twins? How old are they?
They just turned a year, pretty much. Ooh. They're just about to start walking. They're kind of gaga. My boy David is a gaga, and my boy Daniel is a baba. So it's gaga and baba, and they're just about to start walking. They're standing up, and they're crawling all over the place. They got so much personality already. It's so much fun.
That's incredible, man. Congratulations to you, beautiful family, right? Like, you're living the life. Dude, as you said, this is your 1076th fight. So you're
pretty much.
You know what to do in there, man. But here's the thing. I'm going to put the poster up. I'll tell you, you joined UNF at the right time. These posters that they made for this one was crazy with the Street Fighter look.
Yeah.
There you are, Tommy.
Yeah, it's cool.
Versus Ringside Raine. How do I say this last name?
Dagbadorj. I haven't met him yet, so I haven't double checked.
Okay. That's exactly
Batsumbril.
Okay. Batsumbril.
Yeah.
So Tommy Aaron, you've been everywhere. You fought all around the world, in many different promotions. What brings you to UNF?
Honestly, I think I got to give credit to my boy Jose Rubio from Fight Night Customs, because he just really, he's always telling me about UNF and how they're like, like a family business, and how they treat him so well. And I've been fighting with LXF lately. And I hold the 155 title with them. And I was just, I just fought bare knuckle for BYB. I fought for BKFC like like 6 months ago, and then I fought MMA again. I defended my title, and then I fought for BYB like 2 months ago in the Trigon. It's super small. It's a triangle, man. You can't move. You're forced to brawl pretty much. And
Yeah.
I fought there. I had a couple cuts. It was a rough fight. It was rough on the body, like rough on my scar tissue and on my hands. But man, I've been healing super quickly. And then Jose was like, "Man, I really want you to fight with UNF. Would you fight for UNF?" And I was like, "I'll think about it." He's like, "Come on, man, do it." And I was like, "All right, maybe I will." And it'd probably be a good look, have like, hold the first legal California bare knuckle knockout in history, then win a title, a regional world title for LXF, and then go up a weight class and win a second regional world title for UNF. I'm like, all in a year's time. I'm like, all right, Jose, that actually kind of sounds like it'd be a good look. So I might do it. And then the matchmaker put it all together and got me an opponent, and in a respectable opponent too, a really tough opponent. And I never take easy fights. I always take the toughest fights I can get, because I want that experience, and I want that, I want to test my metal, test my armor, and boom, there we go. We're ready.
Dude, it's absolutely crazy, man. So congratulations to you on an incredible year, because this is your opportunity to get a second belt wrapped around that waist. You'll be holding 2 concurrent titles, right? All your experiences, everything you're going through. And of course, you forgot to say, but I won't hold it against you, but you made your debut appearance on Fight and Sight podcast.
That's true. That's true. The best podcast ever.
Yeah, don't you dare forget about that. I mean, Ringside Raine's going to see you on Saturday. She'll slap you, man. Like
I know the Filipino women, man. They don't play. They know how to use knives, and they're trained killers. So
yeah. You got to be scared, man. That's how we get many of our guests on this podcast. Actually, we threaten them that Raine will attack them, and then the next thing you know, they show up. So
they show up. Yeah.
You see, it's their the Filipino women, man. They're awesome. They really are.
You have been trained well, Tommy Aaron. I see, by the way.
Yes.
Now let me ask you, man. Like, so this is a big thing for you, but I want to get into a few things that are kind of like happening in the news as well. Because when I'm looking at your record, I saw that you fought for Combate Global.
Yeah.
Right? Good promotion, right? Very respectable. They've got a lot of good fighters out there. Do you know the news that's happening about Combate Global right now?
I actually literally yesterday I was at the BKFC fights in LA, and I ran into Tony Padilla, and I was talking to him a little bit, and he he runs Spar Star promotion, and he was just kind of telling me a little bit, but I'm not 100% sure what's going on, but I know there's some crazy stuff going on, so maybe you could fill me in.
Well, I'm thinking you might know better now. All I saw was the news, because here's the thing. We talk all the time about, like, on this podcast, about the promotions and what's happening with them, some of the nonsense that's happening. And we'll get into that in a sec, because ONE FC has been a total cluster bomb, like, lately.
Disaster, I hear.
Total disaster. And then you get, earlier on in this podcast, we had Arturo Vergara, Makako. He fights for Karate Combat. Karate Combat's having all the drama with ONE FC. Now, Karate Combat seems to be doing well. Like, that, as an organization, they're doing well.
Yeah.
But they're having the problem with ONE FC. We'll talk about it in a little bit. But Bellator fighters are coming out of the woodwork talking bad now. Raine, we've been covering that. Dude, we've been covering that story about Bellator for like over a year. Daniel James on the podcast, Kelsey DeSantis on the podcast, the Sleek Sheik, Sabah Homasi on the podcast, all saying very weird stuff about Bellator. Now it's just flooding, and I'm on my Instagram going, Fight Insight was covering the story freaking a year before these idiots, right? But like, it's all coming out. Here's the thing with Combate Global. apparently they've lost their broadcast rights or something.
Yes, Univision, they went bankrupt, didn't they, or something like that?
Something like that. So they're in trouble. And so now they don't know what's going to happen with their shows because I guess that's their big broadcasting partnership. But
yeah,
it's very sad because that was a good organization. Like they had a good look. Everything was, it was a solid promotion out in Mexico, right? A big thing. But it seems like they're going under. And what I don't understand is why don't you just put on smaller shows? Who cares whether you have a television deal? Like you can't put on small shows in some arena, still get the local crowds coming out. But what do you?
I mean, when I fought in Florida with them, and they were great. I mean, they treated me decent, and they paid pretty decent too. So yeah, I thought they would be around for a while.
So what is it that you're hearing? I mean, don't get in trouble. But what did you hear?
No, I just heard that their broadcast, the Univision went bankrupt.
Oh. So
that's what I'm hearing. I could be totally wrong. Don't hold me to it, but that's what I heard.
No. Yeah,
from a pretty reliable source too.
Yeah. I mean, what's funny though is I was reading some articles about it, and they were saying how like it had been having some difficulty. And then there's this one thing that I saw that said July 27th was the date of the last show hosted by the promotion, and the card featured a measly 3 bouts. They had 3 fights on a card.
Wow.
Like, how does that even happen? Like, just go get people from the crowd to fight. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. That sounds weird to me. 3 people.
But I mean, I hope, man. But I mean, being as you fought for Combate, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is how I can tie this little bit of a story in. But I mean, it's pretty nuts, man. Like, you got to be able to, like, UNF, Raine, you were saying how many bouts at the next UNF this Saturday?
We have at least like 20 or 21, I believe.
That's crazy.
A lot of fights for a card.
Like, how many of those 20 fights is Tommy Aaron fighting?
Like 10 of them.
All of them. Yeah, I signed up for the 3 fights in one night with Combate.
Oh, okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah, but they only ended up using me for 1 though, because But it was all right. I was ready for multiple, but yeah, just ended up getting 1.
That's crazy, man. Well, here's the thing: you go to UNF now, you make your debut there, you get a win, you're holding 2 belts, you're holding all these accolades. What is the future for Tommy Aaron?
Man, I really try to take it day by day because man, my life has just been so crazy. It says in scripture, you don't worry too much about yesterday, don't worry too much about tomorrow. There's enough problems for today, but if I'm going to be thinking about the future, I'm definitely trying to get signed to a bigger league, so I can provide more for my family. I got kids now. I would definitely say if I don't get signed by the UFC or by PFL or something big relatively soon, then to truthfully honest, I'm probably just gonna retire from MMA completely and just do bare knuckle whenever I can't stand how people are driving. So I just hold it in and I'll just go fight bare knuckle and stay away from any legal issues.
Just get that anger out that way. Well, but okay, so look, we want to see you keep fighting. So whoever's watching this podcast, go get this man signed to wherever he needs to go to keep this guy competing, because you're an exciting fighter. You're a fighter that people want to see. You said UFC or PFL. There's a lot of drama.
Yeah, UFC, PFL. Yeah, now that I'm hearing all this stuff with PFL, probably not. But I don't know.
To be fair, the drama that seems to be going on is Bellator. Right now, I know it's the same thing, but are you aware when I'm saying the drama stuff? Were you watching online? Have you seen what I'm talking about? Raine, do you know?
I have. I saw producer Pitbull say some stuff. I saw Patchy Mix say some stuff. Who else? I think Leonardo Higo, he said some stuff.
Yeah. And
all great fighters that are saying And these guys, like, people got to understand, like, we're normal people. We got bills just like everybody else, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't sign with BKFC, and I went with BYB instead, because they don't fight their guys a lot, and I'm trying to fight, like, literally I'm trying to fight once a month. Like, I'm trying to fight
Right.
as much as possible. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to stay active, because I just turned 30 years old. You know, I've had a crazy career up until now, and I don't know how much longer, I'm gonna be able to be fighting. So it's like, these we got to get cracking now.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I hear you. Like, okay, so the story is, and Rain, I don't know if you saw it, but we've heard about it because we had Rafion Stotts on just a few weeks ago, and he was kind of saying, like, I don't know what the hell's happening with Bellator titles, right? We had Daniel James on, the Predator, and he's like, I don't know where these title belts are, right? And so now the story really seems to be coming out that Bellator just isn't signing any fights. And the one guy that I also saw, aside from those that you named, Tommy, was Corey Overtime Anderson from UFC fame, right?
Yeah.
He's one of their champions as well. All these guys are saying, I'm waiting to fight, and they're not signing me for any belts. And I think it's because they don't want to pay these guys their contracted amounts. My understanding, Tommy, is that the Bellator contract, I may be wrong, but one Bellator fighter has told me this, is that their contract is for a total time, not number of fights. So the problem, and that's what one fighter told me, but the problem that creates is that if they don't have to offer you any fights, and they just say, well, we just signed you for 2 years, like you're saying, you're just a normal guy trying to make a living. It's like, so if you offer me no fights, I could just get zero. I get no money for 2 years for the length of my contract. So all these champions are just sitting there with no ability to earn a living. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not good, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. You were saying that you're not training at any one big gym. Predominantly, you're kind of like going around doing your own thing. That's what you like?
I'm a rogue ninja, man, for sure. And that's no disrespect to any of the, like, I have a lot of love for all the guys at Black House MMA. Black House MMA was my team before. I was a part of their team for like for my whole amateur career, and for like half of my pro career, back when it was like killers. Every Friday was like, I'd be so nervous going to spar on Fridays. Like, it'd be like, okay, who's your first round? Okay, Pedro Munoz, first round. Bubba Jenkins, second round. Shayman Marias, third round. Fourth round, Sean Strickland. Fifth round, Khalil Roundtree. Sixth round, Anderson Silva. It was just killers. And we probably sparred too hard back then, for sure. But I've had so many wars in the gym, just now, like, now if I'm gonna be sparring hard like that, like, I gotta be getting paid for it. Like, you could totally, if you want to spar with me and you're a pro and you're getting ready for a fight, like, hit me up, but I'm $100 a round, brother. It's just, that's it, period. I got kids. I want to be a grandfather one day and like know their names. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. No, I understand. I mean, it's just crazy though. But yeah, I mean, and who trains at Black House that we had from UNF? Isn't it
Anthony Romero?
Anthony Romero. Yeah,
love that dude. Love and I love sparring. Like, he's one of those guys I love moving with, because you can just tell, like, when you're sparring with guys who actually care about you. Like, who you're good friends. Like Albert Morales. Albert Morales is one of my day one OG homies. Like, I take a bullet for that dude. He's we started together. I've known him for 15 plus years.
Wow.
That's crazy, man.
Wow.
Tommy,
he's also fighting at UNF this Saturday.
Yeah, he's we're fighting together on the card.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Very cool, man. Well, Tommy, I don't want to keep you too long. Rain, what do you want to ask this man before you announce him into the cage on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm curious about your nickname, because I know you're from Spain and your nickname is the Spaniard. So did you give that to yourself, or somebody else gave that to you?
Definitely not. So I came here when I was 15 years old. I asked my mom, because I was going through lots of turmoil in my home life, growing up in Spain. Just imagine, like, you're a single mother, you have 5 kids, you move from Florida to Spain, and then your husband, who's the bread maker, goes to prison, and you're stuck there. You have no way to make money. You have you have all this crazy turmoil stuff going on, and my mom's got little babies. I'm trying to help out, and it was just really hard on us as a family because just so many different things were happening all at once. And I told my mom, I was like, hey, I feel like if I can't, find a way to help you out, like, just emancipate me, let me go to the US, get a job, make some money, and then I can help out more that way, and I'll just send money back.
Mm.
And my mom trusted me, but like I grew up really young. Like when I was 12 years old, like I was a man. Like I was
You're
pretty
asking
much
you're asking her to emancipate you at 12 years old?
no, at 15.
Oh, at 15. Okay. It's still crazy, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, 15, and she did it. She signed away. I came here by myself. I had $600 that my mom gave me. I stayed in a hotel called the Hacienda. And I told the guy my story. I was like, look, man, I'm just trying to get a job, this, that. And he's like, you got balls of steel, kid. I'm gonna give you a room, like half off or more than half off. It was like $70 a night. He gave me for $19.99 a night. Brought me a
Wow.
fridge, brought me pillows, brought me everything. And then I just looked around all over LA. I looked around trying to find a job at a gym, and I got lost a lot. Like I was having a lot of issues with the metro. Like I was always getting so lost. Like I would end up walking like I remember one day I ended up walking like 23 miles or something crazy like that, because I was so lost. And eventually I started to kind of figure my way around town, around LA. I went to a gym in South Redondo, and I was like, look, like I want to fight, and they was like, yeah, of course you want to fight. Like I'm like, no, I'm serious, I want to fight, and but I can't really pay for training. Is there anything I can do? And they're like, yeah, just clean. So the one of my buddies who was working there gave me a bike. I would ride my bike from Redondo to El Segundo, which is like probably like 7-8 miles,
Mm-hmm.
and I do that every day, twice a day sometimes if I didn't end up sleeping at the gym, and I ended up just cleaning. And I was just like doing like a janitorial service, and then I started cleaning windows, and then I started to go around and clean windows, and I was getting money like that, and I was actually like, I remember I was killing it. Like 1 month, I was like 17 or 18. 1 month, I made like $8,000 or something like that. I was killing it. I was killing it, but I was hustling. Like I was working from like 5, 6 a.m. to like 10 p.m.
Right.
Wow.
And then I just fall asleep in the gym, wake up, train, then I'd clean, and then I'd train, and then I'd go work, and I'd clean windows, I'd do the janitorial stuff. And yeah, and then I was helping my mom out, and she was helping me out too. Like we're a team, like I was like, mom, I need give me $200. Like she would send it, and then she would be like, Tommy, I need $150. And I'm like, okay, got you. So we were just kind of like,
Mm.
that's kind of how it worked. And it was cool, man. So yeah, I one day I was getting ready for a fight, and a lot of people wanted to come to the fight, but they just knew me as the kid from Spain, like, oh, that kid from Spain, because they'd forget my name or whatnot. And then when they would come, everybody got super drunk at the fight, and I guess one of the guys was like trying to remember my name, and he's like, the kid from Spain, like, go Spaniard, Spaniard. Like he was so drunk. Like he couldn't remember Tommy. So he's just like, Spaniard, Spaniard. And he just chanting and chanting. And then everyone started calling me Spaniard. And then the next fight, same thing. Spaniard again, Spaniard again. Of course, by this time everyone knows my name by now. But yeah, it just kind of stuck. And that was it. So that's how my name came around. But I never really like, especially back then, like I felt like you needed a lot of fights to have a nickname. You know, not like one fight. You don't have 1 or 2 fights and then have a nickname already. You got to have like 10, 15 fights. And then they're like, okay, then you earn your nickname, you know, but they gave me a nickname and it stuck. So now I'm the Spaniard. I can't get rid of it.
Shout out to that drunk guy.
Yeah, do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know the drunk guy now? It's like
Yes, it was actually it was yeah. We're still friends, and there's another lady too that was with him, and she was the manager of the gym. Her name was Shawnee. It was those two together.
Okay.
And yeah, they kind of were drunk together, and they just started shouting Spaniard, and there you go. It stuck out like wildfire.
So here's the thing though. I'm gonna make a decision here for you right now, Tommy. That you're not really supposed to be able to give yourself a nickname. That's the rule I've heard. I've never heard this rule that you need X number of fights before you get a nickname. Okay, so I don't know about that rule. I don't know the legitimacy of that. But what I will say, Raine, is that of all the people, this is our 199th episode, Tommy Aaron. Okay. Interviewed people all around this world, from amateur to pro, right? And any sport, any combat sport, interviewed them all. That story of your nickname is the best story I have ever heard when you consider your life leading to it. Okay, so it's not the point when the guy can't remember your name and calls you that, but you telling us that story about how you come here at 15, doing it for your family, helping out, being a man at 15, a man that like, your kids are going to know that story. People watching this podcast are going to know that story. When you blow up and you're in the UFC and they do an embedded episode about you, they're going to hear that story. Dude, that's a kick-ass story. That name is killer, Raine. That name has so much sentimentality and so much story behind it. That's a freaking perfect name. Never lose that name. I do not allow it. That's it. Foot is down.
Yeah, you like it? It's funny. It's keeping it. I guess I got to keep it.
Raine, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But everybody's like, oh, you're not Spanish. I speak fluent Spanish, by the way. But everyone's like, oh, you're not Spanish, so you can't have that name. And I'm like, I lived there for like 12 years. I went to school. All my schooling was in Spanish. Like everything in Spanish.
No, dude. But of course, because they're going to look at you. They're going to look at you. They're not going to know that whole story, right? Until they say.
Yeah.
Until you say, next time someone says, "How can you be the Spaniard?" You go watch Fight in Sight, episode 199. Done.
There you go. Yeah, but I've been criticized. People talk crap about it all the time.
No,
and
stupid.
I'm like, yeah.
No, I refuse. Raine, that's the best story I've ever heard of.
I know.
You come about it. And dude, that origin story of you is incredible. Like kudos to you, man, on a great life, buddy. Like, and doing what you've done, that's incredible. I want to have you back on the podcast after to talk to you more, because I want to know more about this story, dude. I got a million questions I want to ask you. But Raine,
cool.
We're running out of time, so I'm going to get out of here now, Tommy. But dude, congratulations on everything, man. I can't wait to watch your fight. Raine, you promo UNF. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Don't miss UNF 21 this coming Saturday, November 30th at Commerce Casino. You will see this guy right here, the Spaniard, Tommy Aaron, as he tries to win the UNF Welterweight Championship. I'm so excited, and I hope to see you guys there. Please do get your tickets at upnextfighting.com.
Tommy, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you, my friend. Before I let you go, anything that you want to say to the fans, viewers, and listeners of the podcast?
I just say, stay close to God and your family, and try more. Just don't worry about anything. Just keep getting after it, and try and fail, and try and fail, and eventually you'll have some success.
Dude, you're the best, man. I really appreciate you coming on this podcast. Guys, that's it for the podcast. Thank you so much for watching. Right around now, it's going to probably be right in front of Tommy's face, and I apologize, but there's going to be videos that you should click on that are other great podcasts. Tommy, man, good to meet you, my friend. Have a great time this weekend. Kick butt, and I want you back on the podcast. I got lots more to ask you.
Awesome, brother. Much love, man. Pleasure. Of course. I'll be back.
See you at weigh-in.
See you guys.
See you guys.
See you at weigh-ins. God bless you guys.
God bless you. Bye.